Hello, Harry here.
So the other day I was lucky enough to be
Invited to try out one of Saucony's new shoes, the Ride ISO 2.
and we actually got to try some on. I was also very lucky to actually receive a pair for free from Saucony. And just a quick disclaimer, Saucony haven't then asked me to do a review on the shoe, they haven't paid me any money, they just gave me a free shoe, and as part of JOG ON, I just wanted to do a quick review on it. Of course, we will get on to the actual performance of the shoe, but this shoe is quite attractive, so I want to start off quite shallow and actually talk about the aesthetic. So the new Ride ISO 2 comes in 8 colours, 4 colours for men and 4 colours for women. This attractive beast is called Citron Green. There's also Metal Quake, Teal and Black and Blue for men. And then on the women's side, you've got Ice Quake, which sounds quite dramatic, Peach, Purple, and my personal favourite, Black and Gold. So it's an absolutely beautiful colour in my opinion. This shoe is almost like a torch in the dark. The citron yellow coming down to the green, fading out into a white at the bottom. The green and the yellow still continued there on the outer sole, keeping up this very, very attractive colour theme. So, might be a little bold for some people. Personally, for me, love the aesthetic of this shoe. Let's talk about its performance. One of the beautiful things about the Saucony shoes is this wider forefoot. So you might be a little surprised when you first try on the Ride ISO 2 at feeling that your forefoot is not quite as held as you're used to. But personally, I'm quite a fan of that because as we know, when the human foot impacts the ground, the toes are naturally meant to spread, and something with a wider forefoot will allow for that. I did ask the guy at Saucony about this, and he told me that Saucony believe in having a more stable forefoot by adding that bit of extra width. A great shoe if you do have a slightly wider foot, always worth trying a Saucony on, and the Ride ISO 2 is no different. The ISO 2 pays particular attention to the contours of the human foot, and therefore around the heel and the middle of the foot, it should be quite a nice fit for most foot types. Let's talk material, because we're all running geeks. As always, Saucony are still using their Everrun right through the top sole there. It's also got power foam through the midsole for extra cushioning. When it comes to height, this shoe offers a pretty serious platform, as you can see beneath the foot. That's great if you've got any height insecurity. The stack height on this is 29mm at the back and 21mm at the front. So that's an 8mm offset. For me personally, I'd never like to go more than 8, preferably a 4, but the way my foot feels on this isn't too bad. Now, one thing I did want to bring up with the Ride ISO 2 is this heel height. It's not particularly high. It doesn't come up as far on the ankle as you might expect. It's a little bit lower than the Ride ISO. Now, I did have a look at Saucony's own website to see if they referenced this or perhaps gave a reason as to why they've made it lower, and they write the words improved heel grab. So clearly they've gone away, done some research, and they believe that the cup and the shape that they've got here is something that holds the heel better than before. Now, personally, having tried the shoe on, I noticed that it was a bit lower, but as long as the shoe was done up well, I didn't find my heel slipping. It did feel like it grabbed the heel quite nicely. One thing I would recommend is lacing up using the extra eyelets available, as that way you'll really get a nice secure grip around the ankle. Overall, this shoe, a nice moderate cushion shoe for long distance running. I do think aesthetically it's beautiful. One of the most attractive shoes I've seen to date. Be aware if you're moving from a narrower shoe to a Saucony, you are going to experience a bit more room in that toe box, but I would say that that's a good thing for allowing the toes to spread. Of course, the heel cup being a little bit shorter than you might be used to, so make sure it's laced up nicely. Again, use those extra eyelets on offer. But in general, enjoy the shoe. Make sure you do your foot strengthening. I'm a big believer in varying it and using more minimal shoes with cushion shoes. Take it for a test run and let me know your thoughts. That is the Ride ISO 2.